1 second. Make sure. Of course, that's the wrong one. Is it editor? Oh, I think this is it. All right. Sorry about that. Test. Can you guys hear me? Hey, what's up, baby? Hold on, let me check this real quick. So it's like weird. If someone can hear me, can you leave a comment real quick? Because I did this a little bit different. Instead of doing stream now, I went to actually like set up for stream and is this let's see. Okay, that's definitely absolutely that's great. So I hope everybody's doing well out there. Today, I know the last time that I did, the volume's great. Awesome. So the last time we went live, it was 2 days ago. And we spoke about, what did we speak about? I did my shout outs and I just kind of like spoke about, certain people that motivated me and kind of give a little bit of a why of why I was doing it. But today, I want to continue with my shout outs in the beginning. So if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome to another segment of Veteran Influencers Podcast. And that is my brand for those of you that did not know. And there's so many things that I want it to be, so I'm not gonna like say it's just clothing or it's just motivation or anything like that, because I definitely plan on it being a little bit more than that. But I'll give it a little bit of time because I want to make sure that on YouTube is live. So I'll give a few more people some opportunity to get on. But I cannot wait to have you guys on here. So, Nuclear Atom, did it actually send out an invitation? Did you get like the actual invitation? Is that how you know about this? Let's see. Let me make sure that it's on live. Okay, let's see. Custom. So right now I'm actually about to test I'm gonna go on my phone, see if I can go into the live and make sure it's actually showing up as I'm live. And hopefully there's no like there's no like crazy feedback. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, that works out perfect. So it is actually on there. So let me see if the actual live chat's going. Yeah, that works out perfect. So it is actually. So I sent a message, but for some reason. Hold on. I sent a message, but for some reason. I don't know why. You're showing in the previous starting point. I don't know why it's not
shopping online
allowing do it like this. So I apologize to everybody. All right, well, let me just go back to here real quick. All right. Sorry about that. So, I wanted to start off with my typical shout out for all the people that motivated me throughout my process in which I wanted to, become an entrepreneur and an influencer. And I always want to start with, I always do my main three. I have a few other ones that I have in mind, but I want to continue to do these main three because these three just kind of stick out to me. And, they've always been there, like helping me out and whatnot. So I want to make sure that I constantly say their name and constantly give praise to them for all the help that they've done to help me to where I'm at. And so the first one is going to be Tight Elbows LLC, and her name is Tamara Moody. She is a gunner sergeant in the United States Marine Corps, and right now she has a clothing company. It's a little bit more than a clothing company. However, like she does a lot of different designs on like shirts and stuff, and they're absolutely amazing. I actually shared it on my Instagram a little bit earlier today and on my Facebook. So if you get an opportunity, go ahead and thumbs up my page on for my Facebook, Veteran Influencers. Veteran Influencers, go ahead and thumbs up the page, and you will get all the posts and all the different shares that I do from different veteran influencers that I know about and that I find out about that I want to help to promote. So one of my purposes by having veteran influencers is to be able to promote other veterans and to show the world that we do more than just whatever our main job is, whether it's the military, whether it's a police officer, whether it's a doctor. I want to show the world that we are capable of doing more than just what everybody thinks that we do for our main job. So, like I said, I want to give a shout out to Tamara Moody, Tight Elbows LLC. Go and look it up. She has a great website, very well put together, very professional, and her clothing designs are amazing. Like I said, I shared it on my Instagram a little bit earlier. So her website is tight-elbows.myshopify.com. And like I said, I got to put my money where my mouth is. I definitely got to order some on there. So now that now that the technical difficulty that I was dealing with is no longer an issue, I need to make sure that I go through and actually deal with, and order some stuff to support her. So instead of wearing my Kilo Company hoodie sweat right here, I'll show you guys the back in a little bit. But instead of wearing my Kilo Company hoodie sweatshirt, I can wear one of the Tight Elbows LLC shirts, which I'm telling you, like I've seen from like her earlier on designs to now, it's like night and day. Not saying that it was bad in the beginning, but I can tell that she put in a lot of work and effort to be able to come up with the different designs and the quality of gear that she actually has. You can just tell by the way it's like, put onto the shirt. The color is like very vibrant and like it definitely sticks out, and you can just tell by looking at it. There's a high amount of quality, and even from her website, there's a high amount of quality. So, like I said, I just want to give a shout out to Tamara Moody. So for the second person I want to give a shout out to is my good friend and former Marine officer, Jeremy Graves. And right now he is the founder and creator of the I Got Next app. And we are waiting very patiently at that to find out when it's going to actually come out. So right now it's kind of like at the end of the beta phase. However, it seems the last word that I got that it should be put out to the public in the near future. So I've been rooting for him since he's spoken about it since I met him in Japan when he was active duty, and I am just so extremely excited to be able to see the end product on that. So shout out to Jeremy Graves, and like I said, look for the app that he has called I Got Next, which is supposed to revolutionize how you think about recreational sports. From just doing basic open gyms or just you get off work and trying to play a sport. This app is supposed to detail every location in the world that has basketball, football, racquetball, every sport. And it's very interactive amongst the users. So look out for that in the future. And for now, the last person I want to speak about is George Anthony Dulal-Whiteway. And, if you guys saw my live feed 2 days ago, you heard me speak about him. I speak very highly of him because everything he does is high quality. So I met him on the drill field, and just from day one, I can just tell how squared away he was, and I could tell how confident and how poised he was doing what he enjoys doing, being a Marine, and just holds a high standard, an absolutely high standard. Sometimes like not even meetable standards. So this guy's definitely given me so much advice, and he continues to give me advice and help me out. He actually has his own gym in San Diego, California. So if you're ever out there, please stop by. Let him know that Chris Levine sent you. You know, give me a little shout out. But that's what I'm looking forward to being able to make it out there, because I just know the type of trainer that he is, and he's like the main trainer at the gym. I mean, he has other trainers that go there, but he's like the main trainer there. And I can just tell by the videos I watch, from learning from him, listening to him talk, the guy is incredibly intelligent, and I know I have so much to learn from him. So that's George Anthony Dulal-Whiteway. His gym is called Brainstorm Fitness, and his website is www.brainstorm.fitness. Go ahead and stop by and give him some support. Nice and app, really going to be convenient. Absolutely, absolutely, and especially for those that continuously play sports. It's, like me, like just having that app there it is definitely convenient, and you can find out whether you're going to be wasting your time or not by showing up to a location that might no longer be available to, with actual runs and whatnot. So that's definitely something that's going to help me out, and a lot of people that I know will definitely benefit from that in the future. All right, so one of the things I want to speak about today is, a lot of people, they think they want to go through this process of becoming an entrepreneur, and I've realized that it's a lot different than I thought it would be, and I haven't even made it. You know what I'm saying? So, granted, everybody's got their own definition of what making it is. To me, I've um, I've conquered a lot of like a lot of tasks and things that I didn't think that I could do or figure out on my own. And I've definitely made it a lot farther than I thought I would be already. So to me, that's a bonus. To me, I guess that's technically making it. But I have a long way to go, and I have a big vision of where I want to be. So some of the things that I did early on when I was probably in my early 20s, I tried the whole selling supplements, in various products. I mean, you guys all hear about them, the door-to-door salesmen, the catalog salesmen. I tried all that stuff. And I don't know if it was just because if I was necessarily because I wasn't good at it, or if it was more that like I felt like I wasn't fully um, invested into it. It was just really hard because it's like, yeah, money is always a motivator for most people, but money really doesn't motivate me. So I know that the money was there, but I just wasn't really excited about the product. I couldn't really visualize how to, promote it amongst other people. So I just felt like it was really hard for me to push it to other people if I couldn't really, motivate myself to even want to like speak about it. So like I said, random supplements. Okay, so back before the whole FaceTime, there was these hardline telephones that had, where you could see the person on the other side of it. I forgot what the company was called, but I did that for a while, tried to sell phones, and there was like some other service that came with it as well. But once again, it's like I just felt like I didn't really feel it. I wasn't really motivated to do it. So I didn't really put forth the full effort that probably I should have put forth in order for me to be successful at doing it. And, I just ended up stopped doing that. So what else did I do? Actually, so if you want to bring it back a little bit farther, when I was in school, actually, this was like, I would say middle school. Um, I I never really got allowance. It seemed like everybody else got allowance. I don't know if anybody that's out there, if you guys got allowance or not, put in the comment section if you can. Because I'm just kind of curious, like how many people actually received allowance growing up. But I didn't get allowance, so I was like, okay, I don't want to be the only kid that doesn't have money. I want to get my own shoes, or I actually skateboarded back then, so I was like, I want to get my own skateboard parts, and I had to think about how could I get money from other people. So I started walking my neighbor's dogs. So I had like a dog walking business. I brought candy to school. So what I would do is on the way to school, I'd stop by the store and I would get a couple of bags of lollipops. And I was like, you know what, let me try this out. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to sell this. So I think I sold 50 cents each or three for $1. And the very first day that I tried it, I was like, man, it's probably not even going to work. But the very first day, I sold the entire bag. And everybody's asking me, where can I get another one? Where can I get another one? I was like, wow, all right. So what I did was I took the money that I made from that, and instead of just spending it, I used that and I bought like 4 bags. So then the next day, I brought 4 bags to school, and I sold all of those. So I was like, okay. So then I bought 10 bags, and then I sold all those. And then what I started doing was I started to increase my supply. Increase my that sounds like some drug talk. I'm sorry. What I did was I increased the variety of things. So I think I started bringing like soda. I had a few other things that were in my backpack, different kinds of candy, and every day I would just sell so many of them. And it was like I started getting, a good amount of money from that. I mean, you got to think of the number of students, and then you're only selling it for 50 cents each. A lot of these kids get, extra money. They end up not spending it on lunch or, whatever, they get free lunch, and they just had some extra milk money. They're like, I'll just go get candy instead. So early on, that was my form of, entrepreneurship. And I was very successful at that. But for some reason, my parents didn't want me to do that. So, I wasn't able to do that. So, I ended up finding other things to do, mowing lawns, picking up trash, helping people clean their house, so on and so forth. Yeah, I don't get allowance, but I could just ask for some money for necessities only. That's good. That's nice. I don't know if I could say that I couldn't do that necessarily, but I just my dad was the type that if I asked, I just kind of figured I already knew what the answer was. I don't know if you guys ever, went through that, or it's like that thought process of, do I even waste time asking because I kind of know what the answer is going to be. But that was just me. How you doing today, boss? Oh snap, Miss Avalos in the chat. Hey, send some love that way. Hey, hey. Oh man, this is so exciting. I love just sitting here talking to you guys about about these things, and especially if any of it can like resonate with you and actually help you to become a better entrepreneur, or like increase the process. Maybe expand your thinking about what it takes to become an entrepreneur, and like take different avenues of approach. Like I said, I'm not the end all be all. I'm not. So please don't like make it seem like, I hope it doesn't seem like I'm trying to say I'm the end all be all. But I've been through a lot of struggles throughout my process in which trying to become successful. So a couple other things that I'm trying to think. A couple other things that I tried. I tried a couple of different supplements. Some fat loss supplements. I actually tried this one company to where I had to like actually pre-buy all the stuff, and I spent like $400 before. I'm so sorry about that. I get tired often, long days, but I actually had to spend like $400 like prior to even I had to prepay for all the stuff up front, and then I had like a bunch of stuff in my garage, and then I had to like sell it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I didn't really do that well at that either. And like I said, it's like, you see all these oh, work from home businesses, and do this and make all this money and stuff. It's not that sweet. I'm telling you, it's really not that sweet. It's not as easy. I'm not gonna say there's no such. Hey, Adam, what's going on, brother? Hey, loving the chat. Um, but it's not as easy as people that are trying to promote their stuff makes it seem to be. Everybody puts on there, oh, work from home, make 10,000 a week, make 10,000 a month. It's like, nah. Do you know what you have to do to make $10,000 a week legally? Legally. So, if you take the time to think about the number of years most people go to college in order to make $10,000 in a month, it's not always. Now, there are some jobs that are just like specific trades where you don't have to go to college that long. But typically, to make that much money, like you're gonna have to have like a specific like skill. So, don't just fall for these quick. And when they show you, when they show you, it's like late at night, right? Now so before Instagram, it'd be like these late night commercials. Like, are you tired of working a 9 to 5? Are you tired of coming home with your feet hurt and aching? Well, how would you like to work from home? And then they do this whole broadcast about like what you can do to like work from home, and it's most of it's like not it. So don't fall for the quick and easy money. And just kind of think about it. Like I'm not saying that they're all bad. There's things that you can do from home. Like I'm doing this. I'm at my house, but it takes a lot more work than just sell this one product and all of a sudden you're rich. It's not gonna happen. So I learned that early on, and like I said, I had to actually invest a good amount of money before I learned my lesson from doing that. So learn from me, people. Try to get some other ones that I actually did prior to obviously the YouTube, which I'm doing now. And I thought, I don't know what I expected for YouTube. I knew it was going to be something difficult. I see all these like YouTubers, and I looked up some videos like what it takes to run the YouTube channel, and I see all the gear that they had, and I was like, man, I don't have any money, dude. I don't have a camera. I don't even know how to use an editing machine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know where to start. But, as I just started looking up YouTube videos and, tutorials on like how to start your first YouTube channel and do your first video and different aspects of what brand to get, different lighting and stuff. So, and then slowly you just start to add on. Like the first thing that I got is I actually used to have a GoPro camera, and then I moved from the GoPro, and now I have a Sony A6300, which I spoke about this on my last live feed, that if there was something that I can actually change about that camera is sometimes like you can see like on the square that's on the live feed. I don't know if you can see on the actual live feed on YouTube, but it like the camera just keeps refocusing and you can see the square. I don't know how to get rid of that, so I'm sorry. And then also there's no reversible screen on it. So like I would really like a reversible screen to be on it if possible. But I know there's like external ones that you can get for like aftermarket companies. But if there was like a reversible screen, I would like that as well. Anyways, let me not go on a tangent. So for the most part, thanks for the love, you guys. But for the most part, I know I had a couple other ones, but I can't really think of them off the top of my head. But like I said, what I'm doing now, as far as for my second retirement, as I call it, while I'm active duty, is being on social media and promoting other people. If that makes sense. So I figured I can do social media, I can do my fitness videos, and then I can also do my promotion of veterans that are out there that are also influencers. And it's kind of like, to me, like two birds with one stone. So I'm doing what I want to do I'm learning the YouTube thing. I got the whole sound setup and everything. And then I'm also helping others. And ultimately, that's really what my goal is, to help other people. Yeah, so those are just some of the things that I did to, on my path to becoming an entrepreneur. And some of them are wide fails. Some of them I made some money at. Some of them I was, you know, smallly successful at. But just understand that your first venture doesn't, just because you sign up to do something, it doesn't mean you're just going to be automatically successful at it. I'm not saying to quit, but just don't get frustrated if the very first thing that you choose, that you choose to pick is you're not going to be rich at it. I'm sorry, because the majority of the time, that's not how it works. So it takes a while to understand like what you actually enjoy. And once you find the passion for something, you just tend to put a little bit more effort toward it. So um, for a while, I was doing my YouTube like fitness videos. I was doing like twice a, no, actually, the first time in the beginning, I was doing once a month. Then I started doing once a week. And then it kind of slowed down, and then I went consistently at least once a week, and then I would do mass recording batches where I record like 10 videos in one day. So I had like the entire month's worth of videos, like almost like 2 months worth of videos, just one like thing of recording, right? So I find like a good background to do some videos, and then I would just record it all in one day, so that I can just start editing, and I don't have to try to record every day because it takes a lot out of you. So those are just some of the things some of the ideas that I had for becoming an influencer, becoming an entrepreneur. So once again, I'd like to say thank you to all those that are participating in the chat. Thank you guys so much. It means the world to me. And the ones that are in the chat are familiar faces from 2 days ago. And like I said, it means the world to me. Whether I have one person in the chat or 1,000 people in the chat, each and every one of you guys, like I appreciate you guys coming into the chat and and supporting me. So thank you so much. But all right, so the next thing that I want to go over is, so we shortly spoke about the not really misunderstandings of the road to becoming an entrepreneur, because I think a lot of people, I actually listen to Gary Vaynerchuk, and he speaks about this a lot. People think the road to becoming an entrepreneur is just like this beautiful road, and it's not that at all. It takes a lot of hard work and consistency, and a lot of things that you have to do when you don't even want to do it, right? Like people don't realize, like I give the people that do fitness YouTube videos so much props, because not only do you have to actually work out on your own time, but you're actually getting a workout while you're doing videos. So you have to be prepared for that. You got to be, what I'm saying, you got to make sure your body's recovered. You got to make sure you do a warm up prior to that. At the same time, you still have to make sure you're drinking enough water so you're not, too tired to do it, and you can actually perform at it, especially the ones that are doing like high level performing techniques and trying to teach people how to do that. So, there's definitely a lot of work that goes toward it. So, yeah, so I just want to kind of go over like some of the struggles that I dealt with while I was, on my road to becoming an entrepreneur. So I failed so many times, and I still fail. Sometimes I'm too tired to want to put out a post. Sometimes I don't make the time to do it. Um, sometimes I don't check the programs that I have on the computer like ahead of time to make sure that it's gonna actually work. Sometimes I don't set it up ahead of time. Sometimes I feel kind of rushed, and all those things honestly can get a lot of people down. So try not to focus on the things that are gonna try not to focus on the things that are gonna actually keep you down. Try to focus on the small steps that it takes for you to actually achieve to the next thing. So for instance, it took me a while to figure out the whole sound thing. And for those of you that have been around while I've been doing it, thank you so much for being there. But it took me a while to figure out the sound of how to stream, how to get the sound to work on here, how to have it clear, the different devices that I needed to get, the different softwares that I needed to design. And, it becomes very frustrating when it just seems like there's always one more thing. So that's definitely something that I've dealt with. figuring out the different programs on the computer. Like I had to download a few different programs, where a lot of people will probably get extra frustrated and not want to continue pushing. But I knew that this is something I wanted to do, so I continued to push. Um, not having lighting, right? Because I didn't know anything about lighting kits. So people always tell me that all my videos are all dark and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, my bad. Or like before I had like actually quality microphones, people would say, that the sound in my garage where I do like some of my videos for like actually working out with like echo. So it was like kind of the quality was off a little bit. So it kind of deterred people from wanting to like watch the video. So, all those things can kind of go into the frustration. Like I said, also where you think you have everything set up, but then you go to turn your camera on and your camera is like on 3%. And it's like, well, I might as well not even waste my time to go on there. So, you're going to go through a lot of struggles while trying to get where you want to be. But what I'm saying is, even if you don't like do it that day, then the next day you do another couple steps. And then the day after that, do another couple steps. Go in there and watch TV. Go watch TV. My son's hilarious. One day I'm gonna actually bring him on a video with me. He's great. I love him to death. He's everywhere. But anyways, so yeah, there's gonna be a lot of struggles though. My advice to you guys is just continue to push. And like I said, I don't want to make it seem like I'm just at the top of this whole thing because I'm still learning. I have so much stuff to learn too, so much stuff. But I will tell you this though, I've made it so far. I've made it so far from where I started, and mentally and physically, I've made it far in my mind. And honestly, if you can learn to appreciate every little step where you achieve to the next step, then it's gonna make it a lot easier for you to continue pushing on. So, all right. So hopefully, let me type some for the chat real quick. Can I have a banana? I'm gonna fix dinner for you when I get done. Huh? I'm gonna fix dinner for you when I get done. But can I have a banana? I'm hungry. Because you're gonna eat. You're gonna be eat. I'll be out there in a second. I love him, man. He's like I said, he's everywhere. Hold on, let me type something in the chat real quick. Right. All right. So here we go. Yeah, I agree. Cross country or any work demanding activity isn't easy unless you put the work and effort. Absolutely. And like I said, like a lot of people think that doing these type of things is just easy, and I think that's where it starts. Your mentality from the beginning. If you just go into it knowing, hey, it's going to be difficult. However, I'm going to put in the work to do it. I think you're going to be better off in the long run, as opposed to going into it and going, this is going to be easy, and then you realize it's a little bit difficult. And I think a lot of times that's what causes people to quit. So, for the last part is, I want to talk about why or like what keeps me going and what kept me going. So we'll start from like the fitness point of view. I always have had a love for physical fitness throughout my life, and the interesting thing to me was just like watching all the different body types and being able to learn about what it would take to get my body from point A to point B, and just learning about that to me was always intriguing. And then actually being able to put it to action actually, made it more exciting to me, because once you start to see like the actual results, it almost becomes like addicting. So, I always kind of stuck on it. I always knew that I wanted to make sure that I stay in the best shape as possible. And then along the line was, now I want to see how much weight I can lift. And then after that was I want to learn a new skill, gymnastics. I want to learn how to do a handstand push-up. I want to learn how to do a handstand. I want to learn how to do a planche. So then you start finding other things you can actually start working toward that keeps your motivation high. So some other things that actually keeps my motivation going with that is I want to inspire other people. So, and I knew that in order to be able to inspire other people, I have to be able to say that I did it already, at least for the most part. So I want to be able to do it. Then I can show people how I got to that point. And then like a lot of people are afraid to show their failures, but I think failures are important to show because one, it shows the people that are looking at you for advice. It shows them that you're human. It shows them that you make mistakes because what it does is it makes you relatable to them. Because a lot of people when they start something, they just think they're the only one that's failing and everybody else is just succeeding. But I want everybody to see all my old videos. I want them to see like my old setups and like the cameras that I had or like what the topics I spoke about, and like when I get better at doing this whole podcasting thing, I want them to see the progress. So I think seeing the progress actually makes a huge difference. So that's why I don't mind showing my failures on camera. So, but some other motivation that keep me going is I actually I go out and I find other influencers throughout YouTube that are doing what I want to do, and I start finding small steps that it took for them to get to that point, and then I start to kind of mimic what they did. I use that as a guideline, and then I continue to kind of hone off of that as well, and kind of form my own path with that. So, and that keeps me going because I see myself improving, and once I see myself improving, I continue to want to get back out there. So 2 days ago, I did my first live for speaking about veteran influencers, and here I am 2 days later doing my second one. So, consistency keeps me motivated as well. And if I had to pick my number one, thing for what motivates me, honestly, like I know it seems cliche, but it's definitely the impact I can have, like that the impact that I can have on others to show them that you can have a second career while working on your first career and to not waste time. Like I said, like I spoke about on my live feed 2 days ago, is a lot of people wait until they retire to try to work on a new craft or their next career. And, if they just knew how much time they were wasting, that could have been utilized toward actually learning their craft and actually, gaining followers, subscribers throughout that time. They wasted 15, 17 years of learning how to use it. Then, it just seems like lost time you never get back. So why not do it? Why not work on your craft early when you have time? Do it for an hour. Hour here, hour there, whatever. 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. Get on YouTube, Google something. Say, hey, I want to learn how to do this. And then like somebody's going to make a video about what the steps are to actually get to that point. Just get up there and do it and just work on something new. Even if it's not something that you want to necessarily make your career, I want to learn how to knit. Okay, cool. I'm going to Google. How's it go? And sorry about that. And just Google how to knit, techniques of knitting, you know what I'm saying? Or YouTube it, how to knit. Anything. Everything is at your hands nowadays. I remember growing up, there was no such thing as YouTube. I remember using encyclopedias and dictionaries for everything, right? You can just Google and YouTube everything. So take advantage of the fact that, technology is at your hands and that you're able to access and learn something a lot easier than people were, a few years back. True, you can reflect on the good things you have done to better your body, especially physical fitness, and can boost your motivation to continue. It's the best feeling. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then the other thing is like competition as well. Like just kind of go on Adam Nunez to go on his comment. He was talking about like once you see the results and it kind of motivates you to keep pushing. And once I saw the results, and then once I knew how much mentally and physically I was willing to push, it motivated me even more to see how much farther I can push. Like, okay, I'm not broken yet, so I'm going to continue to push. So all those things motivated me. So I would like to know in the comment section, whenever you all get a chance, just let me know, like, what motivates you guys, what keeps you guys going. What are some of the things that you failed on the road to becoming an entrepreneur? And what type of ventures have you done on your road to becoming an entrepreneur? Let me know in the comment section down below. Um, First off, I wanted to just, like I said, I wanted to say to those of you that have been consistent with me, that have constantly joined my live feeds, those that post on my Instagram and that, thumbs up my videos and subscribe, thank you so much. It means the world to me. Right now, I'm a small channel, and like I said, I'm learning a lot of this stuff, but it's only gonna get better from here. And it means a lot that I can, get better while you guys all join me in my sessions. And I'm glad you guys are getting the notifications for the live and stuff. So thank you all for joining in. I appreciate everything. Thank you for the comments. I couldn't ask for a better group of people. And let me write some real quick. So I just want to say thank you all for everything. I'll definitely put out a notice a little bit earlier than just, hey, be on live in 5 minutes, so that more people can come out there. And, bring some friends with you. Hey, if everybody brings one person every time, our community will continue to grow. So thank you all for everything. Hopefully I didn't catch you guys at a bad time, but thank you for joining. And you all have a wonderful day. Hoping, so today's Wednesday. Wednesday or Thursday? Nope, today's Thursday. So I'm hoping sometime this weekend, I don't know, Saturday or Sunday, I'll be going live. So I'll send you guys out a notice a little bit ahead of time. Well, I'm not an entrepreneur, but I can say that getting the message out along with doing good in a field shows your character. Absolutely it does. Absolutely it does. And it definitely puts the pressure on you. Definitely, I can bring people to the stream. Thank you so much. That, like I said, that means a lot. If you guys can bring people too, and I'll try to put the subject out there so you guys can have some time to kind of think about what you want to put in there for the input. Also, put in the comment section down below. Let me know what it is that you want to talk about, whether it's in the chat or you can put it in the actual video, because I'm going to actually upload it to YouTube. You can actually put it in the comment section there. Let me know if you guys have some ideas of things you want to talk about or you want me to go over, and I will do my best to do that. So, like I said, thank you guys so much for everything. Appreciate the love and support, and we will continue to grow. Thank you guys so much, and peace.